Hey guys, welcome back to the Friday Vlog, where we discuss activity that goes on here with the BuzWeaver channel. That includes things like current events, headlines that are in the news, pop culture, social media, technology, and items of interest that come up during the week that allow us to have a little bit of a dialogue. If this is your first time here to the channel here in 2025, I'd like to welcome you guys and thank all of you across New Tech as well as here on YouTube for all of your guys' continued support.
We start things off from the Daily Mail, exclusive expert, how I know Trump is about to open the floodgates when it comes to UFOs. Now, the thing about UFOs, of course, is that UFO is an acronym for Unidentified Flying Object. However, because of the imaginations of many people around the world, UFO now means alien. So it's interesting when it comes to semantics, is it not, how we interpret words. And so this is always going to be a subject that everyone can entertain themselves with. Now, I have never really had a really burgeoning interest in UFOs of any kind, because it's just it's almost like a distraction, a bread and circus, if you will. And but nonetheless, I know it's a very important factor for many, because I know some of you that are listening here know that I used to do a lot of voiceover work for the Lost History channel, and this was a major topic on that. But nonetheless, we read on. Donald Trump could be poised to pull back the curtain on UFOs, according to an expert. Dr. Steven Greer, one of the driving forces behind the UFO disclosure movement, how about that, claims the new administration is considering executive orders that would publicize the government's involvement in secret UFO research. Secret UFO research. Some may interpret that as secret alien research. He says a wave of new whistleblowers are set to come forward exposing how they worked on top secret projects which involve retrieving and back engineering outworldly craft. So he's basically saying alien. So why not just change UFOs to alien? Why don't we have an executive order that just changes UFO to aliens then? I mean, honestly, yeah, I know I'm being a bit cynical and tongue in cheek. Dr. Green said, when the president, with the new president, I've been working with a number of people close to him, encouraging a number of executive orders to launch this sort of investigation, provide whistleblower protection and action. Whistleblower protection, huh? Interesting. He is a retired emergency physician who began working in the 1990s to persuade whistleblowers in the military. Let me see if I can clear that. Government and corporations to come forward. Dr. Greer said, the ones I'm working with are waiting to see what the new administration does, what the new Congress does. The way to see if there's lethal or legal pushback from this covert operations. Now, of course, basically what he's saying here, and again, this is going to be a bit cynical and sarcastic, but it's very similar to the establishment uniparty that we talk about here on the BuzWeaver channel, and how they were able to empower the left to be able to hijack our culture, our institutions, and justice system. So now this protection that these whistleblowers are supposed to get is kind of a form of that establishment cooperation, as it were, to ensure that these individuals are not punished or made examples of, or maybe pursued legally or psychologically for some of them. But again, like I say, it's tongue-in-cheek. I just find it interesting that I don't want to say I don't take it seriously. I just think that, maybe just I'm being cynical about it. But the covert operations Dr. Greer refers to are secret groups within the government, which he believes work to prevent the release of information relating to alien technology. So now he says it. Now he comes out and just says alien technology. But then again, they still call it UFOs. It's a game of semantics, ladies and gentlemen. It's the political game, the back and forth of semantics. And but I just found it kind of amusing that we're back on this topic with this level of attention, because I'm curious what they could potentially find. And of course, you are welcome down in the comments section to express your thoughts and opinions and ideas on this. Do you think anything of particular substance is going to be discovered? Do you think that it's just going to be wrapped, enigma, or wrapped in a mystery? And just the people that they're going to protect are just going to be individuals that know all this information, but it's too vital, right? It could create too much controversy for them to release the true, genuine information, and it's just going to be a game of back and forth. So my apologies to all those that are serious about UFOs. Not that I am unserious about UFOs, but I just, maybe as I've gotten older, I've just become more cynical about it, and I'm not sure what the value or benefit of this knowing this information is going to be, what's going to come of it, how much of it is going to be able to be associated with reality to begin with. But nonetheless, of course, we covered it here on the BuzWeaver channel a month ago on the Friday vlog. Joe Rogan, will Trump release classified documents on UFOs? Of course, you guys can check that out. And then, of course, it took no time at all for Trump and the administration to come out and tell us exactly what was going on over New Jersey. Yes, it took 𝐀𝐦𝐚𝐳𝐨𝐽 30 seconds to explain that this was a group of hobbyists and government people and other people interested in drones to explain it. It was just that simple. It took 30 seconds for her to explain it. And it's extraordinary that, but this is how a lot of this information gets, builds up the psyche of individuals, builds up the imagination of people, because we often talk about the knee-jerk reactions that the establishment was always trying to do, because it was easier for them to come out and say something sensational and outrageous to get that emotional reaction. And then, of course, when the truth finally comes out, it's already passed, right? They've already got their reaction. They've already stirred the minds of people. And so, it's just an interesting, I want to call it kind of a psyop or a mind game that we often play over words and phrasings and all these sorts of things. But, of course, I welcome your thoughts down in the comment section below on your particular thoughts on what could possibly be learned, what more could we possibly know, and that sort of thing. But that's what I have for you guys this Friday.
All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up for this Friday vlog. Thank you for the likes, the shares, and the comments. Below this video, you can find the various social media links that I belong to, so avail yourselves to that if you want to follow me on those platforms. And, of course, if you're interested in a VPN, a virtual private network to protect your security and surfing online, you can check out Trust Zone, which is one of my favorites. And, of course, if you order frequently from Amazon or a Prime member, I have my Amazon link down there below, the landing page. You guys can use that. It helps out the channel. But, of course, your likes, your shares, and your comments all help out the channel, especially now in 2025. I want to thank you guys for your continued support as we continue to move on with material and content here on the channel, whether that be shorts or community posts. But nonetheless, it's all right here. And we're starting to post, or I'm starting to post, the BuzWeaver Gaming, as well as the BuzWeaver, well, I call it the real BuzWeaver there on TikTok. So we're going to just check it out, see how all that plays out. And I'll post those links once everything seems to be working out the way it should. But nonetheless, guys, appearing there on the screen for all of you watching on YouTube, of course, will be the channel icon. You guys can click on that to subscribe, as well as to select notifications. That way you know when's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys behind the Galaxy phone camera next week.